Voting is one of the basic rights that we have as American citizens. When we're voting, we have the opportunity to change our community. With apartments, it's very important for people to get involved. The more empowered a person feels, the more involved and engaged they're going to be in the community. There are a number of people that live in apartments, and those people need to be heard as well. We really want to foster that education to the residents, that they do matter and they do count. I am a regional manager for Blue Ridge Companies. I am the Charlotte regional manager, and I oversee 5 sites here in Charlotte, totaling about 1,000 units. So when you look at 1,000 units and you look at how many people actually live in those units, if we're thinking 1,000 and an average of 2 people per unit, I mean, that's a lot of people that really need to be out voting and really need to be educated on the voting process. My sites happen to be all over Charlotte, so it's not 1,000 in one particular area, so we're affecting a large part of the city.
I'm Tim Hose. I'm currently president of the Apartment Association in North Carolina. Every vote counts. It's a situation where, an election that might be 20,000 votes cast, one vote could make the difference.
The Greater Charlotte Apartment Association supports us in a number of ways. First, with educating our regional managers and all of our site people on what is going on in our legislative. We have legislative days where we actually go to Raleigh and we're actually able to talk to senators and House of Representatives so that we're educated on how that process works and how bills and laws are actually passed.
Well, today we have our lobby day for the Apartment Association. We have almost 300 people, which is absolutely amazing. And we're going around telling legislators, one, how important it is to support their apartment communities. It's a growing industry in North Carolina, so there's an economic development piece of that we're bringing more money and jobs. By coming down to the legislature and telling your story about what's happening in your community and the problems you're having, you actually get more than one vote. You're actually affecting the process.
As Americans, we should all support the democratic process, and I think it's never a bad idea to support somebody, even if they don't necessarily vote in your favor, but to support them becoming engaged.
I'm Matt Newton, and I am running for North Carolina Senate District 40. I think it's a phenomenal way of encouraging folks. Well, first of all, educating them on the process, getting folks registered, and giving them the opportunity that they might otherwise have been deprived of to have their voices heard within our democratic process. It's a matter of having your voice heard in our democracy. And educate yourself as well on who the candidates are. Well, then you can find yourself in a situation where you're subject to laws that potentially disadvantage you or suppress your voice. And so even though each person is only given the opportunity for one vote, it is one of our strongest, most constitutionally guaranteed rights of expression.
So on a national level, with 37 million people living in apartments, and multiplying that to getting people involved and actually voting, as you can tell, we would be able to make a major impact in our country.
If you don't vote, your voice isn't heard. So if you want to be part of the process and part of the solution, then you need to vote.
Research someone, you vote for them. If they win, you feel like I had a say in that.